Ahoy! So yeah, some drama dropped with our Filipino boy Filian. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. I heard a little bit about it, but yeah, I don't know. Let's check it out. Hopefully, it's just more shit posting. Because again, there's been a lot of stuff going on. She disappeared, but it looks like some of it is intentional. So hopefully this is as well. We will see where this goes. But yeah, her channels, I believe, are gone. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here.
Hi,
So in this
Rev.
video, I'm going to be going over the very curious situation involving the VTuber Filian. For those who are not familiar, Filian is one of the most popular indie VTubers out there. And over the past couple of months, she has been completely MIA from streaming, leaving many wondering when she will return. Well, we got an
Or if
update
she
regarding
will,
that
yeah.
situation, and a lot of people are talking about it because she has essentially wiped all of her social media accounts, removing her profile pictures and other bio-related information, and wiping out virtually all of her content. And people are talking about this because she is a very popular VTuber.
Yeah. Crazy ARG, and hopefully she's just rebranding or something. Yeah. Pregnant and has a kid. A lot of people were saying that. I don't know. I don't think
Has
that's
quite the
necessarily
reach,
it.
and people are
Be kind
wondering
of
what
elaborate.
happened here. And because she did not provide any explanation
Preggers,
before
yeah.
going,
All right, that's
people's
that's the meme. Yeah,
imaginations are
sure,
running
Preggers for
wild, and we're
sure.
hearing all kinds of reasons people are coming up with.
How would a Filipino boy get pregnant? I can't believe you'd ask such a hateful question there. She got hit with inauthentic content and hid everything so YouTube wouldn't make money. Yeah, no, it's been too long. That would be hilarious, though. I
Including
mean, I
her
guess the
just
channel still
sailing
could
off
have.
into the sunset after a successful career, to her being deported, to her being sued, to her just doing an elaborate troll to come back with a simple rebrand. We really don't know. But what we do know is on her last stream in December on her now wiped Twitch account, she did a, I guess, final stream as of the moment where she sort of hinted towards a break and a possible return in this clip right here.
Yeah, I do think it's probably something like a rebrand because again, the channels are not deleted. It looks like they just wiped the content from it. So, I mean, that's not gonna be YouTube and Twitch doing that since it's on multiple platforms and maybe Twitter as well. So yeah, it's YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Those aren't all going to be taken down at the same time unless you're like Alex Jones or something like that. And I Filian is not Alex Jones to my knowledge. Much too athletic for one thing. I mean, Alex Jones will do some stunt work and stuff, but not to Filian's level. Uh, anyway, yeah, no. So it does seem intentional. It's probably actually a good sign because it means there's movement on the accounts.
What's... Oh, frick. Oh.
Yeah, this was her last stream. Gonna be bigger than the Sabo return. Yeah.
I didn't think it would be this soon. It's happening! It's time for me to go for a little while. I'll bring it time. I really gotta go. I didn't think you'd ever see me like this.
We do need Filian back.
World. My world.
So obviously there was something pre-planned during that bit. She was trying to leave you on a cliffhanger. For what reason? We really don't know. But as time went on, eventually after months of
It's the feds. It's always the feds.
at her scheduled streams, including one scheduled for the 20th of April. However, spoiler alert, she did not show up for that stream or the other subsequent scheduled streams. And, well, people are like, now what? Well, here's what.
Cha-cha.
She is completely
Filian's YouTube channel has been wiped. Twitch channel, bio, schedule, highlights, VODs. Filian's Twitter, PFP, header, and tweets are gone. Discord profile does not have a status. TikTok, PFP and bio. Instagram, PFP and bio.
wiped all of her accounts, including her YouTube channel, her Twitch, her Twitter, her Discord, her TikTok, her Instagram, basically anything that she's been connected to in any sort of capacity.
This is wild though. I still don't know what is going on. I mean, obviously no one does, but it just seems so weird. Like, I mean, I guess if you have to take a break, it's creating some drama is a good way to do it, but like it baffles me. It baffles me why this is going on like it is. Um yeah, I don't know. It's it's just a weird situation. Again, if you have to take a break for whatever reason, I guess creating a wild conspiracy theory around your disappearance is a good way to keep interest once you come back, but it's still, the whole thing is bizarre.
Not just wiping some of the bio.
Yeah, what is troubling is the amount of money she's passing on by having empty channels. Well, again, hopefully she's coming back soon, that means, or something. If it is a rebrand, like maybe there are some legal reasons. I know she had some issues with her model. Maybe she lost some sort of figment of imagination. Keeps her name hot. Yeah, the attention. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully soon.
Related information and profile pictures, but also wiping out the content, probably costing her tens of
Excellent
thousands
marketing.
of dollars a
Yeah.
month, and also, removing a
Excellent marketing stunt. Only if you had to take a break from streaming anyway, because I'd imagine. Oh my God, my voice is getting shot. Because I'd imagine that you're still losing. Like, it would have been more if we're talking money wise. It's more profitable to keep streaming if you're that big. But yeah, if you have to take a break for whatever reason, like preggers, like people are half joking about, then yes, doing something like this is a good move, I guess. We all manifested a collective Filian.
steady source of income from legacy views and things like that on YouTube and other platforms. So it's a pretty serious move on her behalf. But of course, like I said, people are making assumptions because this is all we know right now. Well, assumption number one, did they get her? Okay, a lot of people are wondering if she was scooped up and taken away
By ICE.
The big joke here
Yes.
being that during this
Once again, every time I see this, I just have to shout out Cha Cha, because it's almost more fun to see some absolutely based takes from someone who's not exactly based. Like, she's not based in the traditional sense, but she just was not putting up with any of the nonsense, which is more impressive, honestly, because the based people know, and I mean, you see based people cave too, and it sucks to see because they should know better, but like, many of them do, and they'll just stand their ground. So for a non-based person to have the based answer, the non-apology answer, the trolling them answer, the doubling down answer, it was just glorious to see.
MIA streak from streaming, people were asking her friend Cha-Cha where she was, and Cha-Cha said that ICE got Filian, which of course we talked about this back in January. Cha-Cha was attacked for this, called problematic towards the current social environment we're in right now and how people feel about ICE. And she was actually pretty based in this one. She doubled down.
Yeah, that's funny. That's exactly what I was saying. But yeah, speaking of, it's hilarious how the outrage comes and goes, and how performative it is. Like, I get they get riled up in the moment, and that is legitimate, but like, I haven't heard people shit on ICE in quite some time, like, hating on ICE was the thing to do, the cause at the moment, and nothing really changed on that, and now you don't hear as much about ICE. They just kind of rant about something for a while, then jump on to a new thing. And sometimes it's funny, like just them forgetting about ICE, basically. Other times it's kind of sad, like the Ukraine war or something. The Ukraine war is still going on. People on all sides are still dying. Ukrainians are dying. Russians are dying. The whole people who, the Slava Ukraini or whatever, people who are waving the flags and everything, they disappeared after a couple months too. And yeah, I mean, there's still absolute travesty going on there, and it's going to be the same for the Israel-Palestine conflict or whatever. Like, people will still be dying over there, and they'll probably move on. Yeah, exactly. It's not the current thing anymore. But yeah, all these people currently waving the Palestinian flag, at some point they will find something else to care about. Palestinians will still be dying. The people waving the flags will no longer care. Iran, yeah, yep. Yeah, I guess we move on to Iran. But yeah, no, it's just it's something. It's something. So yeah, I mean, I hadn't even really thought about that. But yeah, all those people out there protesting ICE, yeah, no, they just disappeared for the most part.
Said, I have nothing
Like they still hate ICE, but it's not in the same way. It's not as tuned up as it was.
Apologize for. That was kind of a good ending to that, but she is someone who's close, and a lot of people are turning to her, asking her for questions. Where is Filian? Is Filian truly lost? You know, pun intended there. But yeah, we don't really know anything else. And also weighing in on the situation is Neurosama, saying Filian's lost, not just missing, truly lost. And you can see some fans saying we weren't ready. Well, that was the one theory, right? But there's a lot of other theories that I think are a little bit more realistic. The number one thing a lot of people are saying is that maybe she's just simply retiring, right? She's sailing off into the sunset after a very successful.
Or you delete all the content?
Probably made millions, and she's just moving on to something else outside of it. That is definitely a potential.
I subscribe to the rebrand being the most reasonable
reason, but a lot of people are thinking it has something to do with her model. Either it's a rebrand or something more serious. For those who don't know, she has a model that has a whole host of controversy attached to it, where she didn't technically own the model. It's a whole story, and it's caused a lot of controversy, especially with...
Which is too bad, because it is her brand. It is what everyone associates with her. It is unfortunate that there are these issues.
Rights to merch or anything related to the model. So some people are also looking at this slow fade out on YouTube.
Oh,
and thinking this is all a part of a healthy rebrand where she's going to have her own model and be completely disattached from any sort.
What time frame was this? Because were videos already getting deleted, and we didn't at least more people weren't talking about it until it finally disappeared. But yeah, look, because we go from 1.5K. 800 then there's between these two, one video was deleted, but yeah, we lost 700 videos or something like that in between these two. So yeah, videos have already been disappearing. I don't know the time frame on this, but that's interesting.
Connection.
If it's a model issue, that would explain deleting everything. Yeah,
controversy. It would set her free. She would have her own IP to it. And
I don't feel good, Mrs. Cha-Cha.
As freely as she wants without any sort of worry about getting sued or facing any consequences for that. Now, somewhat related to that theory is the idea that she's in some serious hot water, and that has to do with the potential copyright situation. This is something that many believed was resolved about a year ago, but do we really know what's going on behind the scenes? I don't know.
Of course not.
I mean, this is just what people are saying. I'm not claiming any of this is real. But some people are speculating that maybe she's in some sort of legal trouble with copyright, and as a part of this whole whatever's going on, she is wiping her social media accounts entirely. I mean, that is a theory, but something people are saying. Also, people noticed that the exact day all this went down, her Mythic Talents employment ran a 3-year course. And, Mythic Talents is obviously a bit of a controversial topic, given what's transpired with the Asmongold thing and everything that's happened over the past couple of months. But nevertheless, a lot of people are looking at this situation and scratching their heads, wondering truly what happened here. You can see a pretty interesting synopsis saying, starts streaming in 2021, gains 1 million subs in a year, hosts the 2024 VTuber Awards, appears in Nikkei's 2.5 anniversary concert, disappears without a word, deletes 10% of her videos in March, deletes all of her videos and tweets 1st of May. Was she like a social experiment or what? So I guess we'll end on that final theory that this was all just a social experiment. It was all just a prank, bro. And we were exposed to Filian, and she was just out there as a psyop and a learning experience for data collection or something. Who really knows? But this whole thing is very odd. Definitely, for sure.
It really is.
It's very odd, and for someone who is always very community-oriented, to go dark for almost half a year at this point and to, without an announcement, just wipe her socials, which not only would cost her a lot of money through passive income and things like that, but also it would leave her fans pretty disappointed. I mean, if she is, for example, getting a new model, I mean, what about the old content? Like, are people not allowed to enjoy that anymore?
Filian was actually Mandela effect. Never existed. Yeah, there was never a Filian. No, this is wild. And again, I think it's probably a good sign because it does mean there's a intentionality going on here. There's a movement going on. I think that actually is a good sign for that she's gonna come back, because again, it doesn't make unless there is some sort of weird legal thing, it doesn't make sense to delete everything unless you are planning to use. Again, why not just shut down the channels? She was never there to begin with. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And that feeds into the potential where there's some sort of issue with the model. Who knows? But these are all just forms of speculation. And, you know, I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about this, because you know as much as I do. I'm just presenting all of the ideas people are floating around. So feel free to share those thoughts in the comment section. But I think
Filian.
that's really going to do it for this video. Until we see something more substantial happen, well, that's pretty much where we're at. So if you like this video, please leave a like, make sure to sub, and consider putting on notifications if you want to see my daily uploads and also my multiple streams a week here on YouTube. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe over there. That was pretty interesting. And like I said, I didn't know too much about it. I do think that is a positive sign. And we'll see if anything happens, because if it does, it probably should happen somewhat soon, I'd imagine. All right. Peace.